Good day everybody and welcome back to Edmeister Tech. Today I have another review for you, and today we will be looking at the Fantech MaxPower mechanical gaming keyboard. Before we get to that gaming keyboard, please take note that I would like for you to subscribe to my channel. If you have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button, like the video if you do feel I make good content, and leave a comment if you have any questions regarding the products. I have not been sponsored by Fantech at all. These are products that I buy for an IT company that I run and that I sell again to consumers, and hence that is why I review it first, so that I can at least give first-hand experience to the customers who buys the products from me. So I'm not sponsored at all. These are just Fantech products that I feel are doing good. But let's get to the review. So today we have the Fantech MaxPower keyboard. It's the MK853 Fantech MaxPower mechanical gaming keyboard, and as you can see, it is a full-size keyboard. The box and packaging looks quite well. On the keyboard you'll see there is a volume knob as well, which I like that they add that these days. It also looks like it comes with a palm rest, and then it comes with blue switches, that is clicky keys for playing as well. Other features that it has dual shot keycaps, so it means that it will last a bit longer, the paintwork of the keycaps. It supports macros. You have a 20 spectrum mode for RGB. It has an ergonomic wrist protector here, and then all keys does have the anti-ghosting, which is a good feature, and then it also comes with the media keys. On the side the box looks quite plain, and then at the back it just shows all the features again and the product itself. So not a bad product overall. We will have a look at it now when we unbox it and review it for you. Okay, so let's start with the unboxing of the Fantech MaxPower MK853 mechanical keyboard. It's a mouthful, so let's hope it delivers. So box opens like this. As you can see, there's the standard packaging. Just gives you some of the features. Okay, so inside the box we get a Fantech sticker. There's the Fantech warranty card, as you can see. There's the Fantech user manual, and then there is a keycap remover, and then you get the keyboard. And what I like about it, look at this thick styrofoam. So they do really protect the keyboard for traveling purposes. It really sits snug in here, as you can see, and they also have this styrofoam cover over it. So let's open it up here. Okay, so there's the keyboard. All right, so there is the MaxPower mechanical keyboard. Very clicky with the blue keys. I like the body. It has a steel body, steel frame body, and it looks quite good. Let's see what else is in the box. Then over here is the palm rest, which also looks quite nice, and the palm rest should clip on to the keyboard right there. Does feel a bit hard to clip on. There we go. There, the palm rest has been clipped on. So yeah, there's the keyboard. Let's get to the review. So let's start with the review of the Fantech MaxPower MK853 keyboard. So to start with, it does come with a very thick braided cable, as you can see there, and the braided cable is quite good quality, so definitely no cable tangling there with this thick braided cable. I actually like this quite a lot. It also feels very sturdy and very powerful. So yeah, the keyboard itself, the body of the keyboard is metal, as you can hear there. So it has a metal, aluminium metal frame, which makes it feel very premium in quality. It's also very heavy. It's a very heavy keyboard, I must be honest. But I like that, which means it's heavy enough so it won't just move around on your table with too much problem. Yes, it does move a bit, but it sticks to the ground. I haven't even have the feet up. So overall, build quality of the keyboard really nice. The keyboard comes with RGB, as you can see. The RGB lighting doesn't look very great now because the light is on it, but there's no additional RGB lighting like as with the Optimax or the Pantheon, where it has the RGB strips on the sides. This one only has RGB below the keycaps, which I don't mind. Too much RGB is not always a good thing, so it's nice to have it like this, and it really has a clean and neat look to it. It does come with this palm rest that you can click on, and I actually like it because it is loose, so you can disconnect it and connect it as needed, and it does feel quite comfortable when you do have your hand rested on the keyboard. So it is a bit short, and it is hard plastic. Listen here. So the palm rest is plastic, but I mean, it's not too bad. So the SteelSeries Apex 5 comes with this wrist cover or wrist rest. And what I like about the SteelSeries one, it's a bit longer. As you can see, look there, it's almost a centimeter longer than the one from Fantech. And it's also plastic, but it does have this velvety soft feel to it. So it feels softer and it's longer, so it's a bit more comfortable, but overall not too bad on comfort here. Although my wrist does not rest on it at all. If I do get my WASD in my left hand, my wrist is not resting on it at all. So it's just there maybe for your thumb support for your space jump if you need it. But otherwise, it's a good feature to have. At the back of the keyboard, there you'll see, here is where you clip in the palm rest. It is hard plastic here, and at the bottom as well, the keyboard is hard plastic, but it is premium plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It does have this rubber feet that rests in place, and also this pop-up rubber feet that also feel quite sturdy, and it won't just break off after a few months of play. So it really feels premium and sturdy, but at the bottom, nothing else to talk about. That is the keyboard. So overall feel for the keyboard length is ideal. I do like the length of the keyboard. You can reach all the keys, and what I also like about it is that the spacing between the keys for me is just enough. It is just enough not to double press keys. You can feel the gaps between them, which I like. If you scroll your finger across two keys, you can feel the sharper edging between the keycaps, so it's easy for you to feel when you move over to another key, which I like. So the spacing is good, and it did make the design in such a way that you don't just press keys unnecessary. You can hear that nice clicky sound of the blue switches, so really nice to have that blue switches, and it really feels very good. Just listen to that. So very good quality, and the keys feel very solid. You can also easily just remove the keycaps by just pulling up, and there you'll see that is how the keycap looks on the inside. That's on the top side, and there you can see that blue mechanical switches that they have. So real nice keyboard, and this switches are real nice as well. So features on the keyboard, you do have your media button here where you can do volume control left and right, and then you also have a play and pause button that you can press down to play your music. If you want to skip your music, you have your function buttons here on the F keys. So there is to skip tracks, to play and pause as well. You also have your mute buttons, your volume up and down there as well. Then you do have your lighting buttons where you can change through the lighting of the keyboard. As you can see, you can change the lighting settings just by pressing this button, and you can cycle through it as need be. The keyboard also comes with a downloadable software where you can also customize your keyboards to macros if you use macros, or you can change the lighting of the keyboard if needed. Everything is included in the software. The software is very basic though, I will show you a bit later, but it does come with all you need. So the software you get with the keyboard you can download on the Fantech website. Let me show you where I got it. So I got it on the Fantech website, fantechworld.com, and you can just go to download, click on the keyboards there, and then you can just search for the MK853 Max Power, and then the software after downloaded, it will look like this. The software is very basic. As you can see, there's not too much customizability. You have 3 profiles where you can set up mapping each of the keys individually. As you can see there, you can click on each key, you can assign a key, you can add macro, or you can make it a media key, and you can do this for any key on the keyboard. Look like that. When you scroll over it, it will show you which key. So if you click on the shift key, you can make a key assignment to it, add macros, or make it a media key. And that you could do on the fly and save it to one of 3 profiles. Then you have your macro editor, where you can import your macro list and set up your key list for your macros. And then last, you get the light where you can switch it on or off, and you can also set it to steady, gaming, special key, breathing, press and blink. There's so many features here that you can look like running snake. And then the keyboard will change according to what you have set up as your lighting effect. Then you have the restore button to restore back to the default, and that is basically it. Afterwards, when you're done, you can just click on apply, and then your keyboard should be working as you programmed it. What I liked about this keyboard, even after playing a few hours of CS2 with the competitive matches that we participated in, that was quite tight. I never felt tired, I never felt strain on my hand. My hand was quite comfortable in playing this, although my only complaint is my palm is a bit too long, so it kept on resting on the table. Luckily I do have a thick mouse pad, but still it might bother you if your palm is on the table all the time, whereas with my SteelSeries my palm is resting a bit more on the palm rest. So I am used to my SteelSeries, to be honest, but I haven't felt any fatigue in my hand playing on this keyboard, and it was an enjoyable experience for up to 4 hours of gameplay without any problems. So guys, overall my verdict of the MaxPower 853 keyboard is it is really a good keyboard. It's a great mechanical keyboard for the price that you pay. As I said, I've seen these retail between 700 Rand and 1,100 Rand in South Africa, meaning that you can get this keyboard for less than 1,000 Rand, and this keyboard really packs a punch. It really gives me the feel of the Pantheon keyboard that I loved, and I still use it today. It's the daily gaming keyboard that my wife still uses when she plays games, and I haven't had any complaint on that keyboard. It hasn't skipped a beat in probably 3 to 4 years now, the Pantheon keyboard. And this does give me a lot of the Pantheon keyboard vibes. Overall, if you are on a budget of below 1,000 Rand, you're looking for a good keyboard to play with that is mechanical and that comes with blue mechanical switches, don't look anything further than this MaxPower keyboard. It is really a good keyboard, and I cannot say how much I recommend this keyboard for that budget. But anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in once more to my review videos. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and also if you have not yet done so, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate the support, and I will see you again soon.